seated. Hello everyone, and welcome to graduation. It is an honor to be welcoming each and every one of you to Riverwood's 46th annual commencement ceremony, celebrating the class of 2019. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of the parents, families, friends, Board of Education members, administrators, teachers, and staff who came to be here with us today as we celebrate this achievement. Beyond the work of the graduates, this ceremony is a testament to all of your support and guidance in helping us grow into the successful young adults that we are today. Whether it comes from our parents, teachers, or other unexpected people in our lives like Miss Mercedes, we sincerely thank and appreciate all of you. Each and every one of you should be proud of the graduates today, for they are a result of your love and dedication. I also want to thank all of the teachers and staff who worked so hard to put together this wonderful ceremony for us today. And in particular, I would like to thank our guests from the Fulton County School Board for making time in their busy schedules to be with us here today. First, I would like to welcome Dr. Natalie Henderson, our area superintendent. I would like to welcome Serena Sachs, our Fulton County Chief Information Officer. Next, I would like to welcome Gail Dean, our District 3 board member. And lastly, I would like to welcome Julia Bernath, our District 7 board member. Thank you for joining us today. Finally, as we reach this milestone, I would like to welcome my fellow graduates, Riverwood class of 2019. This afternoon, rather than celebrating the accomplishments of individuals, we are celebrating the achievements of our class as a whole. For better or for worse, I can certainly say that the last 4 years have been memorable. And as the last class that will remember Riverwood before the new building, and as the best class, in my humble but correct opinion, to walk the windowless walls, I am so excited to have the chance to say that finally, we did it. Thank you all for coming today. And once again, welcome to the commencement ceremony for Riverwood class of 2019.
Now please welcome to the stage the class of 2019 senior ensemble who will perform Irish Blessing.
May the road rise up to meet
Mrs. Dean, Ms. Bernath, Ms. Sachs, Dr. Henderson, faculty, staff, families, and friends of Riverwood, thank you for joining us on this very special day as we celebrate the achievements and the graduation of the Riverwood class of 2019. Many people have worked tirelessly throughout the last 4 years to get our students to where they are today. I'd like to publicly thank the Riverwood faculty and staff for their dedication to our students and community. These passionate educators have poured their time, knowledge, and hearts into their students, shaping them into the fine young men and women that sit before me this afternoon. Teachers truly shape the future and make a difference. Thank you for all you've done to make today possible. We have 2 faculty members retiring this year that I would like to recognize for their impact on our school. Thank you to Mrs. Cynthia Litchfield and Mrs. Sally Page. You will both be missed and will be eternally thankful for your longtime service to the Riverwood community. Now I'd like to thank the families of our graduates. Thank you for partnering with us to make today possible and for trusting us with your children. We have loved them, nurtured them, and provided them with a world-class education. We are so impressed with these young people and appreciate the many times that you drove them to tutoring sessions, took them to practice, volunteered in our front office, and even served as a shoulder for them to cry on. Additionally, I'd like to thank the Fulton County School Board, represented by Mrs. Gail Dean and Mrs. Julia Bernath, who are both with us today. These 2 ladies have been diligent supporters of our school community. I appreciate their efforts to share the great things that are being accomplished by our students and staff with the greater community and to always fight for the best of our students. I'd like to thank our interim superintendent, Dr. Cindy Lowe, who couldn't be here with us today, for her support. We're also proud to have Serena Sachs, our Chief Information Officer representing Fulton County Schools, with us here this afternoon. Next, I'd like to thank our area superintendent, Dr. Natalie Henderson, who is joining us on the stage this afternoon. Dr. Natalie Henderson directly supports the work that we do and advocates for us. Her support of the Riverwood community is greatly appreciated. Additionally, I'd like to thank our counselors, Shimona Harrell, Sally Page, Kimberly Windsor, and Ashley Holmes for their hard work, ensuring that our students were supported and meeting all graduation requirements. Further, I'd like to thank Anna Swafford, who coordinated today's ceremony with the assistance of Shay Mack, Tammy Walton, Roxy Garber, and Sheila Patney. We are very fortunate to be able to hold our ceremony in this majestic venue, so thank you to the staff of the Cobb Energy Center for all your hard work. Thank you to our chorus director, Laura Lee Bell, and orchestra teacher, Jessica Lurs, for providing the beautiful live music that we are all enjoying this afternoon. Please join me in thanking them and their students for their performances here today. I'd like to sincerely thank our school community who supported us with organizations such as the PTSA, Riverwood Foundation, the Riverwood Athletic Association, Performing Arts Booster Association, and the Band and Orchestra Boosters. Our students have had amazing opportunities that are not available to students in other schools. Students have traveled internationally, received Chick-fil-A biscuits before final exams, enjoyed a senior send-off, and so much more. Thank you for the leadership of the support organizations, including Laura Shear and Carol Campa, co-presidents of the PTSA, Erica Ross, president of the Riverwood Foundation, Mike McQuarrie, president of the Riverwood Athletic Association, Michelle Kaplan, president of the Band and Orchestra Boosters, and Beth Seibert, president of the Performing Arts Booster Association. And now to the fun part. Class of 2019, your moment has arrived, and I'm so excited for you. As I look out at all of you dressed in your caps and gowns, I want you to know how much you mean to me. I couldn't have my own children, but when asked about a social event about my kids, I often talk about the fact that I have 1,680 of them. I want to begin by highlighting a few of your many accomplishments. You have earned $10 million in scholarships. Your class includes 342 students with 166 undergraduates, 44 IB diploma candidates, 89 International Studies Magnet students, and 23 members of our AVID program. 179 of you are eligible to receive the Hope Scholarship, and 49 of you qualify for the Zell Miller Scholarship. 2 seniors were recognized in the National Merit Scholarship Program, including 1 finalist. 50 of you were recognized for outstanding AP performance, including 10 Distinguished Scholars and 7 Honors Scholars. 2 seniors were awarded full Army ROTC scholarships, and 18 of you signed athletic scholarships. Additionally, 19 members of this class were recognized with college and university presidential scholarships, and 1 senior was offered the Questbridge Scholarship. This year's class will be attending more than 92 colleges and universities spanning the globe, from Georgia Perimeter College to University College in Dublin, Ireland. We know that you are well prepared and are excited to watch you passionately pursue your chosen path in every corner of our nation and throughout the world. I'm also proud to report that we have multiple students committed to serving our country in the United States Armed Forces. Students, these accomplishments are impressive, but don't fall into the trap of being defined only by what you do. Choose to be defined by your character and your service to others. I've told you many times that high school graduation is a beginning and not an ending, because it serves as the starting line for the rest of your life. I'd like to share some parting words of wisdom with your class. When I was younger, although you can no longer tell it, I was a runner. And I experienced the euphoria of a second wind and the pain of cramps and shortness of breath in the midst of a race. Life, you see, is a little bit like a race. My first point to you is run your race. Run your race. Don't get distracted from your unique and special purpose by well-meaning individuals who want you to run the race that they have in mind for you. You are unique and special and have talents that the world desperately needs. Learn what makes your heart sing, what makes you excited, what gives you a sense of purpose, and then choose to pursue it with everything that you have. Do not let anyone else chart your course for you, because it is your race to run. By the way, it's perfectly okay that you don't have the race fully charted out. It is a race full of mysterious turns when you least expect them, so charting out the entire course is just an exercise in futility. Take the time to get to know yourself and your passions. There are many disheartened adults who make it halfway through their lives only to realize that they are miserable and have been running a race meant for someone else. Make the conscious choice now to run your unique and special race. Persevere. Winston Churchill said that success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Running is exhilarating when you begin, but it gradually becomes a grind. You feel like quitting and you rationalize it multiple times during the race, almost choosing to do so. The victory comes when you focus on the prize and choose to persevere through the pain and the discomfort. Life will certainly have its low points, and as much as we love you and would love to protect you from them, it's part of life's journey. The victory comes when you find the strength to continue when it feels like you can't. Surround yourself with those who will stand on your sideline and cheer you on, encourage you not to quit your race. Life truly is a series of shorter races. High school is a race that you've finished, and now you head to the next leg of your journey. Always remember that the way you finish one leg of your journey will determine how you begin the next. Today, take the time to thank those who have sacrificed so that you can sit here before me. Take the time to say I love you to your parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, mentors, and anyone else who's in your corner. Give your best every day. A plaque hung in my dad's office during his career and now hangs in my office. I remember looking at the plaque when I would go into his office with him as a young child. It contains one of my favorite quotes by the great coach Vince Lombardi. The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job in hand, and the determination that whether we win or lose, we've applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand. I love this quote because it reminds me that there's no easy road to success. Remember that you will never get something for nothing, and you can't win a race that you don't train for. We can't control the turns and twists of the race, but we can control how we react to them. Be humble and kind. As you will undoubtedly experience successes as you run your race, remember to remain humble and grateful in these moments. Remind yourself that you didn't get here alone, and lend a helping hand to those who are struggling through their race. I tell you each day on the morning announcements to treat each other the way that you want to be treated. Remember what it's like to be down when you are tempted one day to stand on the pedestal of success. It's easy to lift up a friend, but a true champion lends a hand to a complete stranger. You've already shown your kindness during your time at Riverwood. I've observed heartwarming moments as you've included our CBI students in a pep rally, danced with them in a dance, and cheered them on enthusiastically during their talent show last week. You have incredible intellectual abilities, but even bigger hearts. You are kind and accepting of those who have different backgrounds, different religions, and beliefs than you. I've watched teammates embrace as brothers and sisters while experiencing the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, but together as a family. Don't allow the struggles of life to temper your loving and accepting hearts. I challenge you to dream of a world that is better and then have the courage to make it a reality. Martin Luther King Jr. said that life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Let your light shine that has shined so brightly at Riverwood shine for the world to see. Remember that the brightness of your light will never be determined by your GPA, your SAT score, the college you graduate from, or the amount of money that's in your bank account. It will be measured by the difference that you make for others. In the words of Gandhi, be the change that you wish to see in this world. Class of 2019, I love you and I will truly miss you. Congratulations. Each year at graduation, we honor the 10 seniors who have earned the highest cumulative numerical grade point averages at the end of first semester of their senior year. Seniors, as I call your name, please join me at the podium to be honored for your accomplishments. Sarah Eve Carruthers. Ethan Hunt. Samantha Johnson. Sid Pargman. Ella Poncell. Shreya Rekapelli. Martha Ross. Julia Stallman. The salutatorian is the senior with the second highest cumulative numerical average at the end of first semester. Please join me in recognizing this year's salutatorian, Julie Middlestead. The valedictorian is the senior with the highest cumulative numerical grade average at the end of first semester. Please join me in honoring this year's valedictorian, Michelle Stanek. Now, please welcome to the podium the class of 2019 salutatorian, Julie Middlestead.
Hello. I'm beyond humbled to stand before you and grateful that I have the opportunity to share a few thoughts as we reach this milestone of our lives. Halfway through freshman year, someone told me that if I didn't have time for something, it meant that I wasn't making it a priority. So for the next 4 years, I made that my mantra and did my best to live by it. The idea of doing too many things didn't exist. Of course, I'd love to do chorus and beta club and SGA and TSA and NHS and SHF and a horde of others. Saying no was a rare occasion for me, especially with acronyms. I'd stay up late after practice, making sure that I got everything done, that I did my homework, that I studied for my test, that I wrote my essay. I was sure that if I could try just a little harder and do just a little better, eventually I would get everything right, and I would ace that test, and I would write that essay, and I would get that A, because that is what I felt certain I was supposed to do. And since that was supposed to be my priority, of course, I could make time for it. Through doing this over time, I learned to be quite efficient at it. I tried to be good at school. I learned how to write an essay in MLA Times New Roman 12-point font. I learned how to take notes and then notes on those notes for everything I could possibly forget. I tried to learn how to do everything right and hopefully enjoy some of it along the way. This mentality suddenly changed when my final exam was surrounding a deceptively unobtrusive question. What gives your life beauty and meaning? I was taken aback. I knew how to research and write an essay that was neat and concise. I knew how to study and remember and pick C, but this was outside of what I knew, and I couldn't find it anywhere. No matter what website, book, or database I looked at, nothing. After a few days of thought, I finally found an answer. I thought about what I cared about and what made me happy, and it included friends, family, kindness, perseverance, hard work, and learning. But none of what I picked included grades. In completing high school, we've learned about math, science, history, and literature. Perhaps we've even gained a trade or learned a language. Whether you've enjoyed taking classes that you found interesting, or you find graduation happy because it means that high school is over, we have all spent 12 years learning so much that is useful. But what else we've learned that supersedes it as essential lies between facts and standardized tests, within what we've had to decide for ourselves, what we've learned about the world, and what we've learned about ourselves as we head out into it. 10 years from now, I may be hard-pressed to remember that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, or even the author of many books I did a report on. But I will remember what I did. I will fondly remember Friday night football games, especially the ones where it was raining and freezing. I will remember going to the dances and wearing formal attire to Waffle House afterwards. I will remember scrambling to finish homework in the 5 minutes before the bell rang, and I will remember laughing with my friends at lunch. I will especially remember the feeling of success each time I pushed myself further than I thought that I could, whether it was at school, at practice, or being there for a friend. Looking back, I am grateful for these everyday memories and realize that I ultimately did make time for what mattered to me, even though that was different from what I venerated at the center of my world. People who went to Ridgeview know by heart the refrain of the John McLeod poem that punctuated every assembly. And even people who did not go to Ridgeview have still heard it seemingly too many times that it's the journey that's important, not the getting there. While the journey is important in due course, I want to take this moment to recognize the significance of the getting there. We should all be proud of where we have gotten today and of all the destinations along the way. Goals we've reached and challenges we've overcome, where we achieved success and where we didn't give up after failure. It is our determination that makes us who we are. But more than that, we define who we are when we decide what matters enough to us to pursue, whether that includes common destinations such as graduation or more personal goals with just as much significance. Each milestone we pass in our lives helps shape us into the people that we are as we leave Riverwood. As we head out into the world after graduation, I hope that you will approach it with pride in all of your past successes and anticipation for your next major arrival along your journey through life. Thank you.
Please welcome to the podium the class of 2019 valedictorian, Michelle Stanek.
Thank you, Mr. Gardner. We are the class of 2019. So close to the satisfying symmetry of 2020, but I don't think it'd be worth it to stick around for one more year. Congratulations, guys. We made it. For our 4 long years of hard work, we're given a piece of paper with our name on it, a square hat, and the right to never have to wear a laminated hall pass again. As I'm sure we've all experienced recently, the present has become very familiar, while our future seems dauntingly unknown. But we can take comfort in looking back on how different we are today than we were 4 years ago. As freshmen, Riverwood was the unknown. And now we know this school almost too well. But we didn't get here alone. So we'd like to sincerely thank every teacher, administrator, and parent who helped us get all the way here. With a special shout out to Mike, Ann, and Carolyn Stanek. You guys are the best family I could ever ask for. And we also raised each other up. So thank you to the supportive best friends, the clubs that gave out free donuts, and the kids who let us borrow their calculators just so we could double check that 2 + 3 is in fact 5. But we must also acknowledge the challenges that have slowed us down, the sleepless nights, losing cinnamon Pop-Tarts from the vending machine, and becoming a Fortnite god just when everyone switched to Apex Legends. All of these things have made us stronger. We are more confident and competent, and the adversity that felt like it would overwhelm us 4 years ago became the experiences that shaped us into who we are today. I mean, look at what the class of 2019 has done. We've got Raiders dominating on the field, shining on the stage, and excelling in the classroom. But how many times did we want to stop? Were we pushed so hard we felt we were going to break? But we didn't. We embraced the struggle. It is when we are pushed to our limits that our greatest growth happens, that our creativity is unleashed. So when we crushed our record on the Fitnessgram Pacer test and pulled an all-nighter memorizing Mesopotamian exports for AP World, it gave us the stamina to work just a little bit harder. And now, we're about to set off on our own, whether into the workforce, the military, to college, or to trade school. We're no longer following a path set for us by counselors or parents or the government, and we're gonna have to make some tough decisions, like, what do I stand for? Who do I want to be? Is this week-old pizza still safe to eat? Our challenge is to find the balance in the coming years. We must keep pushing forward, working towards the untapped possibilities of our future, but we must also remember that we are only human. There are going to be obstacles that we can't pass alone, but fortunately, we don't have to. High school happenstance has put us all together with our different opinions, ideologies, and lifestyles. We have challenged and pushed each other, and in so many ways are better for it. And though we may not see each other in the halls anymore, we will always remember how we've been shaped by the people who shared these 4 years with us. So to everyone in the class of 2019, thank you, and congratulations.
I will now present the Atlanta Journal-Constitution Cup. It is my pleasure to present the Atlanta Journal and Constitution Cup to a student who has displayed not only academic promise, but on one who has demonstrated initiative, enthusiasm, energy, and strong leadership skills. This award is given to an exemplary student who serves as a positive role model for others to emulate. This year's AJC Cup is awarded to Samantha Johnson.
In the words of the Hall of Fame coach, Isaac Seals, good afternoon, good people. My name is Jerome Dunson, but a lot of students and people within the building call me Coach D, so congratulations to the graduates who are about to walk this stage. Today I have the pleasure and the honor of presenting this year's Faculty Cup, which goes to the student whom is well-rounded and represents the best in academics, athletics, and the extracurricular activities. Their positive attitude and extra effort are emblematic of all that is exemplary of today's youth. Before I name this year's winner, I would like to talk about the word attitude, as it can be defined as a settled way of thinking, feeling about someone or something, typically one that is reflected in a person's behavior. Beyond the definition, I would like to reflect on the word with a quote from Maya Angelou, which goes, "If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude." I felt these words were befitting to the graduating class that sits before us, eager to embrace the world with open arms. But to be frank, sometimes the world can be a very cruel place. I often mention to students that high school is the last institution in which people outside of your family and your friends will or must care about you. I say these words not to intimidate you, but to prepare you for the ongoing journey we call life. Throughout this journey, you will experience trials and tribulations, all of which will be reflected in your attitude, for it is the great equalizer. Attitude supersedes beauty, talent, and intelligence, simply because though you may feel you possess these traits, we all possess the ability to change our attitudes regardless of our circumstances. With that being said, this year's Faculty Cup recipient is Haley Groom-Felder.
The Principal's Cup is a special award that goes to a senior who best exemplifies the spirit of Riverwood International Charter School. Basic criteria include academic scholarship, athletic participation, and demonstrated leadership. Most importantly, the recipient of this award must have a history of mutual respect for those of other races, cultures, and beliefs. I'm proud to present the Principal's Cup to Sid Pargman. Class of 2019, I want to congratulate you on this milestone in your life. Your hard work and dedication has paid off, and your Riverwood family couldn't be prouder as you embark on the next leg of your race. Now I have the privilege of confirming you as graduates. As the principal of Riverwood International Charter School, I hereby attest that all members of the present class from the class of 2019 have satisfied all requirements for graduation as established by the Fulton County Board of Education and are hereby entitled to receive their diplomas and certificates with all rights, honors, and privileges thereto appertaining. It is now my pleasure to introduce our representative on the Fulton County Board of Education, Mrs. Gail Dean.
Well, okay. By the authority vested in me by the Fulton County Board of Education, I certify that these graduates have met the graduation requirements of the state of Georgia and are hereby entitled to the rights and the privileges afforded to holders of Georgia high school diplomas. Congratulations to all of you, 2019.
Michelle Grace Stanek. Julie Middlestead. Hannah Miriam York. Sarah Eve Carruthers. Ethan Gabriel Hunt. Samantha Lee Johnson. Sydney Alec Parkman. Ella Ruth Pansell. Shreya Rekapali. Martha Strand Ross. Julia Brooks Stallman. Devontae Adams. Haley Nicole Allen. Celine Al-Nubani. Ana Cristina Alquiciras. Kyson O'Briel Anderson. Jessica Yuki Ando. David Androsh. Zara Anwar. Maria Ann Rodriguez. Cindy Ashley Ruiz Casanova. Sage Tatum Patterson. Adriana Trebell Wiggins. Caroline Tatiana McDuffie. Bliss Ibokwe. Samantha Alexa Smith. Decoa Lurie Craft. Lillian Gray Olkers. Sarah Elizabeth Morgan. Mateus Felipe dos Santos Araujo. Diana Ruth Arcos Laina. Nathaniel Cole Arney. Odalis Arriola. Edgar Avalos Loaesa. Clarita Ayala. Joy Alexandra Bailey. Martelli Leon Bailey Jr. Jordan Taylor Balcom. Imhotep Barker. Caris Mallory Burnett Rodriguez. Jair Barranca. Natalie Nicole Bauer. Zachary Hunter Bean. Harris Fitzpatrick Beckley. Willie Clifton Biggs III. Elizabeth Jane Beagle. Ryan Marie Belfi. Isis Maria Bell. Kyla Lynette Bell. Samuel Ryan Bells. Yotam Ben Bassat. Mary McAllister Burkle. Benjamin Andrew Blair. Joshua Ezra Blanchard. William Hunter Boa. Sheila Anel Boyo Ramirez. Caitlin Grace Bozarth. Mariette Jean Brannan. Deontay Montrell Bradley Jr. Angel Brooks. Bonnie Nicole Brown. Summer Rain Brown. Elizabeth Lily Bruni. John Emery Beener Jr. Junior Bueno Pineda. Julissa Bueno Flores. Oh, sorry. Kira Yana Butler Height. Taylor Madison Burke. Sinai Elizabeth Cajigal Garcia. Rosa Itzel Guadalupe Callejas. Gerardo Camacho. Khalil Malik Cambridge. Daisy Carolyn Cardoso. James Clayton Carter. Evelyn Giselle Casanova. Eduardo Castro. Alicia Jazmín Céspedes Morales. Rubí Chávez Gamino. Christopher James Clay. Remy Olivia Clayman. Sarah Melissa Cohen. Christian Allen Coles. John Marcos Colón Facio. Juan Antonio Contreras. Chase Christopher Copeland. Aldair Damián García. Mitchell Hall Davidson. Chandler Chanel Davis. Datiel Liron Dayani. Aiken Nicolás del Águila Mauricio. Daniel Terrence Devlin. Rigoberto Domínguez Jr. Rachel Danette Drakeford. Brittany Mary Angel Dugarte Davila. Nathan Frank Eads.
Ashley Echemendia. Jesse Echeverria Ortuño. Hind Aya Edu. Lily Elizabeth Edmondson. Grace Theodora Edwards. Jalen Raphael Edwards. Hannah Rachel Eisman. James English. Native Suling Irvin. Carolyn Falsiglia. Alexis Fernandez Hernandez. Violetta Filatova. Malik Jovan Findley. Joseph Fleming. Kyle Fletcher. James Slate Fluker Jr. Connor Hill Flynn. Joanna Gallardo Navarrete. Angel Garcia Severiano. Celeste Garcia Ozuna. Richard Andrew Gibbons Jr. John Gibson. Vanessa Goicochea Correa. Gracie Ray Goldstein. Giselle Gomez. Juan Jose Gonzalez. Aaron Chandler Graham. Emily Greenslade. Alan Greer. Alexander Stephen Grunig. Haley Donna Gail Gruensfelder. Leo Teva Ginneman. Jesus Daniel Gutierrez. Raul Eduardo Gutierrez. Perla Jasmine Guzman Ramos. Christopher Charles Hall. Emil Harkonnen. Jeffrey Allen Harris Jr. Layla Rose Hasbrook. Destiny Caprice Hatton. Elizabeth Hernandez. Jose Refugio Hernandez Santana. Mauricio Hernandez Manzanares. Catherine Yamalet Hernandez Melchor. Juan Alberto Hernandez Mendoza. Davis Chandler Herndon. Gracie Hirsch. Lucy Rose Howard. Cameron Damar Hudson. Ryan Hewlett. Holly Gail Hunsaker. Kavanaugh Lewis Husney. Carlos Isidor Arroyo. Stephanie Isidoro Baron. Asher Warner Jacobs. Angie Rebecca Hymas. Naila Anya Jenkins. Samuel Richard Jenkins. George Jimenez. Julia Carla Jimenez. Kelly Jimenez. Donovan Clinton Johnson. Kelsey Amir Johnson. Symphony Nikita Johnson. Tyson Zion Johnson. Aiden Jones. Isabel Kemple Jones. Jamelia Yashante Jordan. Johan Juanico Liborio. Trinity Adriana Kelly. Jasiri Keys. Sean Sherwin Kademi. Alexandra Joelle Kierkegaard. Beverly Hansford Kilby Knight. Harris Mark Kopelman. Mitchell Richard Kosick. Trevor Byron Kozlowski. Jayshawn Lashai Taylor Landry. Christian Scott Lane. Richard Lee III. Teresa Lee. Daisy Grace Leapson. Matthew Aaron Lerner. Elena Rose Levy. Daniel Justin Lewis.
Julio Alexander Lopez Lemos. Jacob Lorenzo. Rena Louboutin. Jordan Khalil Luck. Alexander John Paul Lutz. Zaria Michelle Maban. Joel Tavis Mack. Daria Magari. Philip Frederick Maliver. Mariko Mom. Armand Mangiani. Jasmine Vanessa Marcial. Samantha Martin. Adam Martinez de la Luz. Deja Mathis. Gabriel Mathis. Corey Keandre Maxwell. Lila Sarah Mayers. Alvin Dwayne Mays Jr. Sierra Nicole McBean. Makai McCoy. Lauren Raquel McDonald. Xavier McGee. Ange Meno. Reese Pierpont Middleton. Kenya Milyan Reynoso. Evan Joshua Miller. Samuel Miller. Gary Lee Mills III. Jared Wesley Mills. Jonah Allen Mills. Marshall Henry Mills. Maxwell Mitchell. Juan Mojica Emidio. Juliana Morales. Carmen Melissa Morales Mier. Magda Karina Moreno Tacuba. Katie Morgan. Ella Morgan. Adam Mualem. Kevin Francisco Munoz Acevedo. John Alton Munson. Madison Taiko Nagli. Ria Pavan Nandwani. Jordan Narciso Gallegos. Litzy Nava Gonzalez. Nathan Miguel Nesbeth. Gal Nesher. Isabella Catherine Maria Newstead. Rachel Lindsay Nichols. Bradley Niekamp. Elena Michelle Knuckles. Aldi Shasid Obispo Adan. Pedro Alexander Ortega. Jose Ortega Gomez. Eldina Paco. Jessica Palacios Arredondo. Cecilia Palmer Pertz. Miller Edward Parker. Patrice Dene Patrick. Constantine John Patronis. Magdalena Pena Garcia. Ricardo Pena Garcia. Alexander Penman. Brian Cruz. Carrington Pettigrew. Luke Polidor. Jose de Jesus Portillo Condado. Owen Michael Powell. Maya Cherise Preston. Noah Quay. Nakari Deshun Quinn. Eric Ramirez. Pablo Ramos Ruiz. Matthew Sean Register. Sadie Renteria Perez. Lacey Maria Resendez. Maricela Resendez Angel. Malik Michael Robinson. Eber Rodriguez Jr. Erubio Rodriguez Romero.
Sarah Elizabeth Rosenblum. Hayden Daniel Rubin. Itzel Sarah Ruiz Estevea. Camelia Salhi. Nancy Jasmine Sanchez Ferreros. Shayla Yadiri Sanchez. Victor Manuel Santana. Baltazar Santana Gama. Arturo Santana Rodriguez. Wendy Giselle Santos. Sarah Ramzan Sarasi. Catherine Susan Scales. Malik Jamal Scott. Max Seidel. Connor Joseph Sewell. Marley Megan Seymour. Nicholas Stephen Shaw. Sterling Michael Shepard. Nadoku Shimizu. Got it. Guess I was. Samuel Nathan Shear. Finn Joshua Schuster. Kennedy Alexis Simmons. Kiara Simmons. Sean Simmons. Alex Simon Paloma. Hugh Titus Singletary IV. Austin Trulock Smith. Colin Olubumi Smith. Elizabeth Lee Smith. Celia Karina Serrano Cadenas. John Thomas Sparkman. Anala Sparks. Narvez LeBron Stinson II. Sophie Ellen Strovia. Zachary Glenn Strong. Samuel Leatherman Sullivan. Andrew Oz Sumlin. Divine Son Supreme. Elizabeth Shirley Swanson. Lindsay Rian Taliaferro. Janelle Giselle Tenario. Ethan DeBrooker Therrell. Brett Wallace Thomas. Armani Rochelle Thompson. Ivan Telesecas Espinal. Enriquez Lopez Torres. Ann Tran. Nadine Tran. Nefertali Trejo Barranco. Yakub Wayne Triplett. Yoritza Vasquez. Jose Angel Vega Aviles. Angela Jimena Velez Cortazan. Oscar Daniel Ventura. Cornelius Jermaine Vincent Jr. Benjamin Spencer Weiss. Sheshang Wong. Bailey Madison Ward. Ian Hunter Ward. Zakia Monet Weekly. Ethan James Wells. Maya Helena White. Randall Reese White. Jake Preston Whittemore. Jasmine Marie Williams. Nicholas Christopher Williams. Robbie Dior Wynn. Jaylee Wan. Charles Toporek Woodman. Kaylee Chavez Guzman. Katie Andrea Martinez. Rosalinda Romero. Rachel Ella York. Billy Trey Young III. And Thomas Graham Young.
Turn of the tassel, Hannah.
Should I lower it?
It's loud.
Okay. Class of 2019, congratulations. We made it. As we turn the tassel, we solidify our transition from Riverwood students to Riverwood alumni. While it is important to recognize the opportunities in our future, it's also important to cherish the memories that have characterized our journeys thus far. I still remember when I was a sophomore and I got my driver's license. And I took my mom's car for a spin while she was on vacation. I didn't even make it out of the garage before I enacted damage. Well, actually I did, because I backed straight through it. Yeah, in that moment, my fate was inevitable. I knew I had to take full responsibility for my mistake and learn from it. In many ways, high school has been a series of making mistakes and learning from them. The value in our education does not come only from our class curriculum, but also from our ability to be resilient after adversity, to support one another, and most importantly, to learn from one another. It is because of the lessons our teachers at Riverwood have imparted to us about life outside of the classroom
that we all have the preparation and the drive to succeed. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us." In other words, despite the uncertainties of our future and the mistakes of our past, we are all already great, and all we have to do is go be great in the world. With that, excuse me. With that, I invite the class of 2019 to please rise. And join me in turning our tassels from right to left. Woo! Woo! That's all I had. Can I get it down? Woo! Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the class of 2019. Riverwood families, before we begin the recessional, I'd like to ask that you remain in your seats until the faculty and graduates have exited the theater. The class will recess outside to the front of the building where they will perform their cap toss. Congratulations again to the Riverwood class of 2019. Valued guests, please rise as we begin the recessional.
the gray wire bin is like out to the right. Put it in there.